Here we go. So, welcome to the conclusion of our cement uh, project. This is supposed to represent the foundational process, pouring cement, how that how that works out for us. We ended up making a really nice stepping stone, but getting to experience different things like striking the surface, getting it really smooth, putting in pieces into the cement. What this looks like to me, this is not as uh, this is not as com- close as something that's called exposed aggregate, which is a where you use little pebbles to create a texture in the cement, in the surface of the cement. Um, this is much different. Okay, so this is a different process that is us just putting a few things in here. And the next thing I want to talk about is the form itself. Were we successful in recreating the proposed design? And I didn't put in here, I didn't put in this little recess. That would have been something that was like this down here at the bottom. It would have been cut out of the bottom piece right there. Now, that's okay. What else? Did everything else come out? Well, I was only able to fit in 2 beads up here instead of 3, and everything else came out nice. I added my wife's last name in there, and um, I thought that'd be nice because we're going to put it in the yard. And then let's see what happened here. Did we create a form? Well, we had the plastic form already that was created for us, so yes, full points. Inlay. We inlaid some objects, embedded objects or glass permanently into the cement. Yeah, permanently. They're in there. Nice and smooth. Okay. Number 3, imprint some surface designs. So that is the letters. And what I'll say about the letter S that I had to draw in here manually was the letter S appeared to be a question mark to me. So this font was just so decorative that the question mark didn't really appear to be an S. So that was my mistake, but I don't think it looks that bad compared to the rest of the letters. I think it's all very good. And you have to work with what you have. You have a set time limit with cement, so we had to work quickly. The 2021 came out really nice. I really like how deep that came out. The colors changed. It's a chalky, more white color than before. And so let's start taking this apart. I'm just gonna like pull on the edges a little bit here, and I'm gonna rotate it and pull on the edges here. Now, this is a very messy process. There's going to be a lot of mess, and so if you have your drop cloth down, that's really going to help. Or if you do this outside, you can sweep it up a little easier. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to try to pull it out like this. I see that that's coming out very nicely. Okay, it's coming out great. Wow, it's just peeling right off. Oh, wow, wow. You could see it. Do you see it peeling? Do you see that little shiny part right there? You can see that. You can see that that part of it. It's about right here. Hold on, let me pin this so I can show you a little bit better. There's like a little circle of the tension. Here, let's see. If I'm pulling this up, it's like right here. There. You see that? It's still stuck right there. It's peeling off. You can see it. It's peeling off more. I'm going to shift my grip, peeling off more. We're almost done. It's this last little bit that I'm talking about right here. There's this little triangle piece, little strawberry looking piece. Okay, that's almost off. And it's almost released. You can see it pop. It popped. That's it. Wow, that came out nice. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, this looks great. I really like this side of it. This is so smooth. This is great. Wow. I'm feeling this. This feels soft to the touch. You can see how shiny it is in the reflection of the video. You can see it's reflecting a lot of light because of how smooth it is. This is how cement countertops really come out. If you're going to do that in your kitchen or your workshop, and you can get a really smooth result. The only issue is you have to pour them face down, just the way that we did it. So it's actually the face down part that looks the best. So wow, and look, the edge is really nice. It's nice and round all the way on the outside, the perimeter. Let me go up on the edge here so you could just see how great that came out. Wow. So this came out 10 times easier than the other one. The other mold was completely destroyed when it emerged. Wow. Oh, what's up? Okay, so I'm really happy with the results here. I'm actually even happier with the other side. I wish I could have thought to put some things in on the bottom and then experiment with the other side a little bit more, but hey, I know that now. It's no big deal. I fulfilled all the design elements. I have the form, which resulted in this successful stepping stone. And then I had my impressed pieces, the pieces that were inlaid into the cement. All those glass pieces came out nicely. Then I have the letters, which were the imprints. Okay, I fulfilled all the elements of the rubric, and this is my favorite part up here, the 2021. It came out nice and deep. Okay, so I have a comment here, and the comment says, does it have to come out like the pictures we drew, or can we switch it up a little bit? I would say you for sure can switch it up a little bit, because in my example here also, I didn't have time to build this part that went around here. So there was a small change there. The reasons that you do the small change you should be able to explain why. And I think that that's the main important part about if you change based on what your drawing was. Because this drawing, your sketch, is very important to the customer, whoever you're doing the work for. So if you agree to something, the customer, or whoever's your foreman, they want you to follow the blueprints, and you're expected to follow those because of the regulations that surround it. Now, something like this is not really regulated. This is decorative, so there can be some changes in what you're doing if it's more decorative. Anyway, I'm pretty happy with that, and I hope I answered your question, Eric, that I changed mine. I feel like you can change yours a little bit also, but you're really looking for having these main three elements. And these are three of the main criteria in the grading rubric, okay? So as long as you have something close to what you set out to do, then it should be fine. Cool. Okay. Well, I'm really glad that that makes sense to you. Wow, this is super heavy. Dang, this is heavy. Okay, I'm gonna really enjoy putting this in my garden. I'll probably put it in up for the in the display case for the classroom, or maybe I'll do that with the small one. Oh, I should show you the other ones. Let me show you the other ones. Okay. Um, Let me go. I will go grab the other resulting ones. So this is the other one, and so I made a piece that came all the way out. This piece was so hard to get out because of all the tape I used. So this I consider it only like a little success, um, because of how hard it was to get it out. Now it didn't break, so I really like that it didn't break. I'll talk a little bit about that more in a second. This one is the mini version of what we did, and it has sharper corners. I don't like that. I like that we did see a small amount of the smooth result here in the back, but a lot of the corners are really sharp. That's not ideal for safety, and I know that in our class is safety first, but here is the result of this, and this is the handprint. Okay, that's one element, was the impression. Also, the letters were an impression. Then you have the inlay, which was the glass, and then you had the form, which was the perimeter here. Now, this one was pretty interesting to do, and this was to illustrate two things. I wanted to use a custom form, and here's another example of a custom form. I used a roll from some bathroom tissue. Okay, this roll was round, and then I was able to pour the cement in here, and then we got this little piece out. And this is more, this is what it looks like when you have the piers, cement piers that are in the ground, and usually have rebar sticking up out of the top of them. And then the rebar is what you tie the rest of the foundation onto. So this came out pretty nice. It's a little extra. This one is going to look great in the garden. I'm going to put this one on display for our for the class, the miniature version of it, and then in the display case I'll also put. No, I'll just put this one. This one's small enough. The display is like, I don't know if the display is really big enough for the other one, because it's about a foot wide, a square foot. But this one will fit in our display case for our class. Any questions about how this one went? It was a little different. This piece, this perimeter piece, I did this to represent what it would be like if we put the real wood on top of here, like the real foundation, and this would be pressure treated, and then we would bolt this through bolts, we would secure this to the foundation if we were doing a real house. So that's why I did this one, just so I could give a little example of what that would look like. It's not perfect, but it does give us an idea of how we would then try to secure this piece of wood to the top of the cement foundation that we were using. It would be better if we could secure it to the piece and then build our corner cutaway model on top of it. That would have been really cool to do that. So I'll look at what that would be like in the future if we're gonna make another attempt at this. Great. All right. Very successful project. Very happy with the results.